Hey, thanks so much for stopping by and checking out the video. Make sure if you need more help with the throwing events or how to train for them, go check out the website, elitethrowscoaching.com. You can check out our ebooks, you can check out our downloadable videos, do a video analysis, but make sure you check out our camp tab as well. We do a big overnight camp every year. We also do camps and clinics all around the country on the weekends during track season. So make sure to see if we're coming to your area, and if we are, hopefully we get to see you out there with us. Thanks so much again for watching the video. Hope you like it. Well, now what we want to start talking about is what you should be doing on a daily basis. So you have different days that appear throughout your season. You have days which I'm calling just normal days. Normal days are days where you are practicing and you are not in the weight room. Then we have weight room days. Those are days where you are splitting up and you're spending half of your practice outside throwing and the other half of your practice is going to be in the weight room. And then we have our meet days. And meet days are obviously where there is no practice, there is no weight room. You are just either having a meet at your school or you are traveling to do a meet at another school. So you have 3 different days. So today I'm going to be talking about just your regular practice days. So these are days where you do not have a track meet and you are not going to be in the weight room. In your practice time of year, you have mostly regular days of practice. During the competition time of year, you have 2 to 3 days of the week that are just regular days. And then during your championship season, you have, again, about another 2 to 3 days a week that are just regular practice days. So the vast majority of your days are going to be what I call regular practice days. But during the practice time of year, you're doing all regular workouts. Now, you may be in the weight room twice a week. So let's say on Monday, you're in the weight room, and Wednesday, you're in the weight room. Well, what does that leave? Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is a regular day. And again, the next week, hopefully the same schedule. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, regular day. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, regular day. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, regular day. So as you see, if you've got 4 weeks or so of your practice time of year, you're looking at about 12 out of the 20 days. 12 out of 20 days, what am I thinking? 12 out of 20 days are going to be regular old practice days. So again, the vast majority of your days in the practice time of year are going to be regular workout days. Now, what does this look like if we have track meets? Well, when we get to the competition time of year, you have track meets that are scattered all over the friggin' place. I see some of the ones coming in from my athletes. It's nuts. They have like a dual meet here, then they got a dual meet there, then they've got a dual meet there, then they've got a dual meet there, then they've got a dual meet there. They're all over the place. So that middle part of the season, like I said, this is where a lot of people get frustrated and they drop off and they just kind of don't have any type of schedule and they get a little messed up because they've got all these dual meets all over the place and they don't know what to do. Well, look it. If you got dual meets, you need to figure out when you're going to be in the weight room. So if you got a dual meet here on a Wednesday, weight room, weight room. Look, that leaves 2 other regular days during the week. You got a dual meet here, weight room, weight room. Look at 2 other regular practice days. You got a dual meet here, weight room, weight room. And look, 2 more regular practice days. And then look, 2 dual meets, what are we going to do? We can't. Yes, you can. We're going to lift in the weight room before that dual meet because, again, it's a dual meet. Who cares? And then we're going to lift again in the weight room after the dual meet because, again, it's a dual meet. Who cares? And then look we got just a regular practice day. So, yeah, you got a random day in there where you got a regular practice day. But look you've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. You have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7. More than a third of your days of that competition time of year are going to be regular days. So why are people getting so stressed out over what to do during regular practice days? Championship season is even easier than competition season. In fact, championship season is very much like practice time of year, except you got meets on Saturdays. So look at, you've got your state championship. You've got your last chance qualifier. You've got your class championship or your division championship or whatever. You've got a big state qualifier named after a track coach that passed away 10 years ago. Those are all on Saturdays, guys. So what do you think we're doing? Monday, Wednesdays, we're in the weight room. Weight room. Weight room. Weight room. And what does that leave? My mustache is like tickling my nose for some reason. That leaves regular day, regular day, regular day. Regular, regular, regular. Do the math, guys. That is 12 days. Just like practice time of year, 12 days of regular practice. So if you have 12 days of regular practice at the end of the season, 12 days of regular practice at the beginning of the season, and 7 or 8 days or whatever of practice, regular practice days in the middle of the season, do the math, and we have got about 31, 32 total days of regular practice time. Regular practice days, in my opinion, should look like this. 2 hours. Maybe a little bit more than 2 hours if you can stretch it, but 2 hours. Ideally, I'd love to see 2.5 hours of practice. So if you get out of school at 2:30 or practice starts at 2:30, it ends at 5. I know a lot of us do not have the luxury of doing that. Maybe it's get out of school, practice starts at 2:30, ends at 4:30. Whatever it is, I'm going to show you how to divide that up so you get the most out of your regular practice days. Remember, we are not in the weight room on regular practice days. We're going to go over that in a future video. Regular practice days, here's what it looks like. First 15 minutes of practice. First 15 minutes of practice, hopefully you guys can see that because it's kind of weird with the glare in here. But first 15 minutes of practice, we are going to be doing an active warm-up. Ideally, you want your throwers to warm up with your sprinters and jumpers. Quick, active warm-up, get them stretched out, get them loose, okay? After the active warm-up, we want to spend about 5 minutes of each session doing a specific warm-up. So if it's, take for example, glide shot put, maybe 5 minutes of just release drills, 5 minutes of, pushing the ball into the ground, pushing the ball back and forth to a partner, just regular kind of release drills and just more of a specific warm-up. Then what we want to do is we want to spend about 45 to 55 minutes 45 to 55 minutes working on your primary event. So we already said that's going to be glide. So that right there is an hour and 15 minutes of practice. So we still have about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes left. What are we going to do? Well, let's do another 5 minutes of a warm-up for your secondary event. So say let's discus. These are your bowling drills. These are your easy releases. These are your power position throws. 5 minutes specific warm-up. Another 45 to 55 minutes of discus work. And then the last 15 minutes of practice, that's going to be for sprints, med balls, plyos, etc. Okay? So that splits it up. Again, we got 2.5 hour practice here. Now, if you don't have 2.5 hours, you've only got 2 hours, maybe this becomes, 40 to 45 minutes, and this becomes 40 to 45 minutes instead of 55 minutes. Cut back on the time a little bit. But what does this do to your day? Gets you warmed up. You're warming up with the rest of the team. You're warming up with the sprinters and the jumpers. You're working together as a team. Head coach is very happy about this because the throwers are working with the other kids and everyone's all happy, kumbaya, holding hands. We're not running a mile. We're not running 2 miles. It's an active warm-up. Skipping, bounding, jumping, getting the hips more mobile, getting the hamstrings stretched out, getting the low back warmed up, getting the quads warmed up, core movements, shoulder movements, the skipping, and all the stuff that sprinters do, A skips, B skips, C skips, all that crap. Do it. Do not run 2 miles really slow. That's not what they do at their event. That's not what they're going to do in their warm-up. Stop running mileage for your throwers at practice. Period. You can tell I'm a little bit heated about that. All my kids are coming in with knee injuries because all of a sudden, so-and-so, you know, super smart track coach says, all right, throwers, go run 2 miles for your warm-up. It's friggin' ridiculous. So, active warm-up, what a thrower needs. Warm up with the jumpers and the sprinters. 45 to 55 minutes of working on specific needs for each thrower. Don't ask me what your throwers should be doing. Only you know that. You know specifically what your throwers have to work on. So if you have a glider that's standing up too tall in the middle, give them drills to stay low. If you have a glider that's having trouble gliding off their heel in the back, give them drills to help that. If you have a glider that's landing in a power position wide open, that's their specific thing to work on. Same thing goes for the discus. If you have a discus thrower who is landing wide open or is not turning their foot in the middle, they're dropping their heel, they're opening up too much in the back, give them specific things to work on during that time, and then at the end, round everything up with sprints, med balls, plyos. That is a regular day. Now, what did we say before? 31, 32 days of regular practice. 31, 32 days of regular practice. Guys, we're looking at about 25, 26 hours of work on each one of these events. That is the main part of what throwers do. Hate to break it to you, we're throwers, we need to practice throwing. So, very little time spent on sprints and med balls and plyos. Important, but not the most important. Very little time spent on a warm-up, just doing what we need to get warmed up. That's it. The majority of your time, 2 hours of your regular practice, every single day you're not in the weight room and you are not at a track meet, 2 hours of throwing drills, throwing technique, throw. That's what they do. Please teach them how to do it. Do not spend a half an hour running 2 miles at a warm-up and then doing a bunch of other crap at the end. They're throwers. They need to throw. Your regular practice days, this is how it's done. Guys, thanks so much for checking out this video series. You can tell this is something that I'm super passionate about, something I get a little bit heated about. This is stuff that I wish I knew when I was in high school, when I was in college. I had great coaches in high school that taught me form and technique, but I didn't really know much about the lifting and the warm-up and the med ball stuff. I didn't really know too much about that. In college, I knew a lot about the lifting and a lot about the warm-up, thanks to my sprints coaches, and a lot about the med ball stuff, thanks to our sprints coaches, but I didn't have a throws coach. This is the stuff. This is why I do it. All of you out there that don't have a coach, I've been in your shoes. I've had these questions. I didn't have a way to ask them. So these videos are for you. I hope they're helping. I hope they're helping you to raise more specific questions so that you can ask me those questions and have me do specific videos to answer your questions. That's the only way that this throwing community is going to grow. That's the only way that we are going to get better, to educate ourselves, is to ask questions, to swallow our pride, to make changes, to do what's best for our throwers. And that is short little warm-up, short little sprint med ball area, and vast majority, 2 hours a day of throwing drills, throwing technique. All right, guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. Make sure EliteThrowsCoaching.com for our camps and our clinics that are coming up, and we will see you in a few days with video number 4, talking about what to do on the days that you are in the weight room. Talk to you guys soon.